When news broke about what had been discovered inside Jason Momoa's secluded California mansion, the world could hardly believe it. A place once thought to reflect the free-spirited, ocean-loving actor's personality turned out to hold secrets that were as haunting as they were heartbreaking. Known for his raw energy, adventurous soul, and deep connection to nature, Momoa had built his home to be his sanctuary, a quiet escape from the chaos of Hollywood. But when workers entered the property after months of his absence during overseas filming, they stumbled upon something far more personal than anyone expected. Behind the walls of the sprawling stone and wood estate, tucked away beneath the sound of wind chimes and koi ponds, was a hidden room, one that revealed a side of Momoa few had ever seen. The space was dimly lit, filled with carvings of faces frozen in anguish and waves crashing over figures made of driftwood. Scattered across the floor were journals, hundreds of pages filled with sketches, poems, and handwritten confessions written over the course of years. Each page seemed to tell a story of fame, isolation, heartbreak, and a longing for peace. One entry reportedly read, "They see Aquaman, not Jason. The ocean saved me, but Hollywood drowned me." It was a startling glimpse into the private pain of a man celebrated for his strength and charm. As investigators and close friends combed through the mansion, they found walls covered with photographs, not of red carpets or premieres, but of his family, his children, and his former wife, Lisa Bonet, to whom he had once been deeply devoted. Beside some of the photos were short, emotional notes. "Thank you for teaching me love. Forgive me for losing my way, and the ocean remembers." Those closest to Momoa later admitted that he had been struggling with intense emotional exhaustion, the result of years spent trying to live up to the image of a superhero both on and off screen. "He carries the weight of being everyone's protector," one friend revealed, "but people forget that protectors get tired too." In another hidden part of the house, there was a studio filled with unfinished sculptures and paintings. One sculpture, described as deeply unsettling, was a massive wooden figure split in half, one side painted gold, the other charred black, symbolizing the battle between fame and self. The discovery raised concern, with fans and media outlets calling it disturbing, but those who knew Jason understood what it truly was, not a sign of darkness, but of release. When the story spread, Momoa addressed it publicly in his own words. "My home isn't haunted," he said softly. "It's honest. Every piece in there comes from something I felt, something I've survived." He explained that the mansion had become a private refuge during some of the hardest years of his life, especially following his separation from Bonet. "You lose someone you love, you lose a piece of yourself," he admitted. "I built that house to find mine again." His words reframed the entire discovery, what many called disturbing, others began to see as deeply human. Fans praised his courage to be vulnerable, sharing their own stories of pain and recovery online, turning the conversation from gossip to healing. Momoa later invited a small film crew to document parts of the mansion for a short art film titled The Quiet Current, revealing the carvings, journals, and sculptures as symbols of rebirth. "Every man has his ocean," he said in the film. "Mine nearly drowned me, but I learned how to swim again." What had once been reported as a disturbing find became something profound, a portrait of a man wrestling with fame, love, and identity, and transforming his pain into art. Today, Jason Momoa's mansion stands not as a mystery, but as a message that behind every larger-than-life figure is a human heart, fragile yet fierce, still learning to heal.